Welcome, everybody, to DA After Dark. Joining me, as always, to kick this shindig off, Mr. Sam Nelson. How in the blue blazes are you, sir, on this fine May 12, 2026?
Oh, well, it's gotten interesting. It's been a very interesting last 25 plus minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Tell me all about it.
Well, how the hell did you cook that? How the heck did you cook that up so fast?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Who are you talking to?
Well, if anybody watched Unbiased last night, I went on a full-on, I'd say at least a 45-minute tirade where I felt bad for Tyler. He barely got to speak half the damn night because of this, but
I know I made dinner during it.
the news has broke. Daryl Morey is out as president of basketball operations with the Philadelphia 76ers after 6 miserable seasons. Yes, it has been a lot more miserable, but he's made it worse. So, that's the first bit of news. Morey and team owners Josh Harris and David Blitzer met on Tuesday evening in Philadelphia, and a decision was made to part ways. That's the first part of it. Number 2, head coach Nick Nurse will continue in his role into his 4th season with the 76ers. Sources tell ESPN. 4-time NBA championship executive Bob Myers, who is the president of sports for Harris and Blitzer Sports and Entertainment, which is the Sixers ownership group, will be tasked to lead the search for a new head executive for the 76ers and will oversee the franchise's basketball operations in the interim until a long-term replacement is found. Myers was also the one who oversaw the Washington Commanders and their entire house cleaning once Harris and Blitzer purchased the team.
Interesting.
So let me try to think. What's the best way I can actually? Thank you. So I said it last night. Something had to happen. You cannot go back into the season again with everything in place that has been there for the past 5 to 6 years. And look, I even am not dumb enough to think this is going to fix everything because we still have 3 max contracts on our books, so we have no money. We have an ownership group that drives me crazy because I don't think Joshua Harris really gives 2 craps about the Sixers to the beginning. He cares about the Commanders, and that's basically it, which, whatever. But we know he's not selling the team. So I know Philly fans want to say, oh, well, it's Joshua Harris. Yeah, whatever. That's fine. But you have to start looking at what you can fix. There's no point of looking at something you can't fix. And right now, the ownership group is in place. They're not going anywhere. But Daryl Morey, to me, I thought when they brought him in, because after the Brian Colangelo and Jerry Colangelo snafu started that entire joke, and how Adam Silver placed them here because he didn't like what Sam Hinkie was doing. Meanwhile, Sam Presti got to sit over in Oklahoma City and do exactly the same thing. It's just because it wasn't a big enough market to care about, we'll let them do it. So That's fine. We've been letting the Washington Wizards tank since Jordan retired, but it's okay. It's okay. It's allowed. But
so who got that number 1 draft pick?
Well, yeah. Funny how that works, huh? But you had to change something. And I'm sure plenty of my Sixer fans are going to be upset that Nick Nurse is coming back. George, when you have 2 max contract players that can't even play 40 games in a season, and you have a roster that with them is still paper thin.
Mm-hmm.
And the one guy, the big man, the center, sometimes he is out for a week, sometimes he's out for a game, then he's a game time decision. So you got to change your whole game plan up for him within like an hour before the game. How are you supposed to fairly evaluate Nick Nurse in this situation? Like, that is like, you can't evaluate him fairly. Oh,
No.
they failed in the playoffs again. He's got a paper thin roster. The only quality young bench player they've had in the past 3 years, who was a rookie of the year candidate before he messed his knee up last year, that guy, the jabroni under me, traded for nothing. And the last time we saw him on a camera, said, oh, we sold high on him. And we made the trade for McCain because we were going to make another trade to add to the team, but nothing ever came to fruition. I'm sorry, did you just say that you couldn't find a way to make the team better at the trade deadline? Did you know how trade deadlines work now? Teams are giving up players like they're freaking nothing.
As I say, look at Cleveland.
Yeah, and then let's not get started with how he's messed up that. He messed up the James Harden situation, which, by the way, through the process, James Harden was the best superstar that the Sixers got to come in here and play that third role with Embiid and Maxey. Butler wasn't here long enough for me to evaluate that, but that was also the Sixers' fault. They chose Ben Simmons and Brett Brown over Jimmy Butler. Jimmy didn't like being coached by Brett Brown, and Ben Simmons wouldn't shoot the ball, so the fit was going to be awkward. They made their bet. They chose Tobias Harris. What a great job that turned out to be. Now, that's not Daryl's fault. Daryl wasn't here yet when they gave Tobias. That was Elton Brand's genius idea. And the fact that Elton Brand wasn't fired today with Daryl Morey, I find hilarious. And, if you think I'm happy now, I highly doubt this is going to be the case because of the inexperience Elton Brand has. I'm just warning you guys now. If they announce that Elton Brand gets to be the president of basketball operations, I will have to shut 609 down for at least a month because I will blow up on the freaking camera. I will have a heart attack live on air. I will get everything we have deleted because I will curse so much. I will have to shut down for a month.
So,
but again, I don't
get the bleep sounder ready.
Yeah, you may need to get the bleep out, and you may need to get the bleeper out, and I don't even think that's going to help. But again, they're not going to go with someone that inexperienced. Elton Brand has been the GM here, but again, Daryl's been calling the shots for 6 years. But this is what needed to happen. If it was going to start somewhere, it had to start at the highest point you could get. Now, the highest point you get is if Joshua Harris and Dave Blitzer want to sell the team. They're not going to do that. So, okay, where do we go next? You got to go to Daryl Morey, who has never put together a roster good enough to sustain a long-term success. I understand, because guess what? Daryl Morey is the one that gave Paul George the max contract at 35 years old. Daryl Morey is the one that 2 years ago, when Joel Embiid was probably set to miss an entire season with that meniscus injury, gave him a 3-year, $190-something million extension, which, by the way, kicks in next season. So now we're on the books for that for 3 years. We have no money. We don't even have like the mid-level exception, the taxpayer exception, whatever those freaking weird deals that the NBA lets you have. The only way, and I said it last night, the only way the Sixers are going to get themselves out of this and maybe sustain some success, they are going to have to hit on talent evaluation in the NBA draft. This year, they're picking 22nd. I understand this is a loaded draft class. The Sixers, look, if they have to go into, they're going to have to go into the season with these guys, with Joel, with Paul George, Tyree, and I don't want to come across like I don't like Paul George. Paul George to me is like when the Sixers got Chris Webber. They got him like 3 to 4 years too late. The other problem, though, Paul George got hurt a week before the season started. So I get why he missed time early. And then, of course, he got suspended. That's a big thing that happened as well. But the only way that this team is going to not waste the next 3 years of Tyrese Maxey's career and the first 3 years of EJ Edson's career, you have to nail every draft pick you have over the next 3 years. first and second rounders. You have got to find role players that can contribute day one. So I'm so heavily focused on the NBA draft this year because of this. At pick 22, I need one of two things. A wing who is 6'6" or taller, who can defend and shoot the ball from the outside consistently. Or I need a big man who can protect the rim, grab rebounds, and score around the basket at least. I don't need to be Hakeem Olajuwon in the low post, but can you finish around the rim? Could you give me a solid 12 points a game off of basically 6 dunks? Could you give me something like that? Could you block a couple shots? Could you grab me some rebounds? Because that's the thing. I think it's safe to say Joel Embiid's days of playing 65-plus games are over. If we get 50 out of him, I'll be lucky. You need somebody where there is not a drastic drop-off in production on the nights he cannot play. Andre Drummond is not good enough. Adem Bona, you might as well put you or me out there with Adem Bona. One night, I get 8 rebounds, 3 blocks. Next thing I'm looking at, I feel like I'm watching somebody who should be playing in Shanghai. But, yep, that's the big news. Daryl Morey's out. Nick Nurse is still staying as head coach. Like I said, I can't fairly evaluate him at this point. A lot of people are actually surprised. A lot of people thought Bob Myers would take over the role and just that would be it. I guess Bob doesn't want to run another organization's basketball operations, but like I said, he runs the sports department for Blitzer and Harris Sports and Entertainment, so he will be in charge of looking for the next one. And I like that. I understand Joshua Harris and Dave Blitzer are the owners, but I like that they are going to a guy who has won 4 NBA titles by putting together one of the best freaking dynasties together, the Golden State Warriors, someone who's been in that position and knows what he's doing. So I do like the fact that they are letting him oversee the entire situation as the interim president and looking for the long-term answer. But that's the biggest issue that a lot of the time that the seasons end like this, because the roster is so poorly constructed. You screwed up the James Harden thing. Yeah, it forced you to have to pay Paul George a max contract at 36 years old. You had to give Embiid a new contract, which was stupid. I know he's been here forever, but the guy, I can't give a. They paid him $190+ million, knowing that the following season, he probably was barely going to play. And we had no idea what the long-term outlook of his health was going to be. And they allowed Daryl Morey to give him $190 million. Now we are strapped for money. And by the time we actually will be able to spend some, Tyrese Maxey will be 28 years old. VJ Edgecombe will be entering for his max contract. So like I said, if you want to be somewhat successful over the next 3 years, you have got to load this team up with cheap, affordable talent through the draft. It ain't going to be easy, but I feel a lot better about it right now than I did with Daryl Morey running this team. And that's the thing that I don't understand. Like, they found Maxey at 21, but again, I still say if there's a tournament in 2020, Tyrese Maxey's not dropping to 21 in that draft. If we have a tournament, there's no way. All right, they got VJ. Yeah, look what it took to get VJ. You had to be one of the worst teams in basketball last year. And he found Jared McCain, then he trades him for nothing. They claimed they sold high on him and, they got assets back to make another trade, which he never did. The Minnesota Timberwolves traded for Ayo Dosunmu from Chicago for a sack of potatoes. All he's done is average 15 a game in the playoffs. You're telling me Daryl Morey couldn't have made Dosunmu to make them a better bench? I don't understand what's going on. Like, they have yet to put together a solid team around Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey. Now, VJ is a stepping stone. But the fact that it took that long to get another piece in here that you think could fit your long-term needs, that's embarrassing. And you had to tank to do it.
Oh, right now it looks like ESPN's got their, wonderful world of, hey, this is who we think you'll be picking at that spot. They're looking at Alan Graves, a power forward who's a freshman.
They need that too. That's the other thing. They went into the season knowing you have a center who's going to get banged up because he plays as a center. They play on the inside of the paint a lot. And you decided your plan at power forward was Dominic Barlow and Jabari Walker on two-way contracts. That was the plan at power forward. Now, don't get me wrong. Dominic Barlow, give him credit. He came in on that two-way deal, and he actually turned it into a normal contract. He'll be on this team next year. He has earned a bench spot. He plays hard. He plays well on the defensive end. He's a hustle player on the offensive end. He can give you a solid little bit of contribution off the bench, but he can't be one of my top bench players next year. But that's the point. They went into the season without a power forward. And once again, went back to in the playoffs where they started Kelly Oubre and Paul George. And you know there are teams that you can't play small against.
You know who doesn't have a pick in the draft? Cleveland.
Oh, yeah, that's because of is that the Mitchell trade still?
Something with the Hawks. I think the Hawks get one of the picks.
Something in that nature.
I was just saying, no, I think it was Atlanta who got one of the picks. If I remember right. Yeah. They're 23, right behind you. Yeah. Atlanta Hawks via Cleveland. Yeah, I forgot what the second round was. Who was it for the second? The Clippers for the second round. So, yeah, Cleveland doesn't get squadouche. They get nothing and like it.
They get a big old nothing?
Nada. They don't even get the fart. They don't even get the fart in the wind. They don't even get to sniff the fart in the wind.
Oh, my gosh.
Bryce has been telling me all about some freshman rookie kid that apparently is, got him all fired up. AJ DeBansta or something.
Oh, DeBansta's a stud.
Yeah. I was like, somebody's got his goals set pretty high for who he's trying to be, following in footsteps. And I was like, okay. So, of course, now he's talking Cooper Flag. He's talking this AJ guy. And I'm like, okay. All right. Gonna make me do some homework. My kid's making me do some homework. It's like, hey, listen, how about we get you up on that platform? He's like, I'm in.
He's like, I got this.
Yeah, I was going to say, next thing you know, we're sitting here talking about my kid. It could happen.
But yeah, it's a step in the right direction for the Sixers today. They needed to make a change. I needed something to change. I didn't care if it was Nurse, Morey. You're not trading Embiid because ain't no one's going to be dumb enough to take that contract off your hands. You're not going to trade.
Now, they could still bounce Nurse. I mean, this only came across, 40 minutes ago. I mean,
according to Shams, his job is safe. But again, like I said,
that's just like Stefanski getting fired and Barry being told his job is safe.
Yeah, but okay, yes, but again, how do I fairly evaluate Nick Nurse when he's got Joel Embiid only for 40 games a year, Paul George that couldn't even get the 40 games this year, and we have a bunch of players on two-way contracts, and we have no depth on our bench? How am I supposed to fairly evaluate this guy? He at least needs a year to and see if he can do this with a better roster. Now, does the new president get in that roster? I don't know. I have no idea what the summer's going to hold for that.
I was just going to say, how are you going to do it?
Like I said, whoever it is, I don't know if they're looking to get the new president in here quickly so they can evaluate the offseason, or are they going to take their time and let Bob Myers run most of the offseason? All I know, that 22nd overall pick better be a hit. You have to hit on draft picks. That's the only way that you are going to be able to sustain some type of success for this. You have to hit on draft picks. And that's the other problem. You're going into the offseason and you can't, the only way to get a Joel Embiid or a Paul George out of here, you're going to have to trade them and attach draft picks to them because no one's going to take the contract without wanting something back. But you need the draft picks to bring in more young talent. So like I said, you're screwed. You have no money. You're going to have to get creative. And I have no idea how they're going to do it, but.
Cleveland does have a pick. They got a pick at 29 through San Antonio. I missed that.
The NBA draft selection. Don't ask me how that works. I have a headache just thinking about it.
Oh, that's your guys' only pick in the draft this year.
That's fine. Just hit on it.
You don't have a second rounder.
That's fine. Just hit on it. Just give me a player that is going to contribute on my team. That's all I ask.
You had given up pick 47 to the Phoenix Suns.
I could care less.
That's bananas. Interesting. So you get one draft pick, and you need to pray.
Yeah, they have to hit on it. It needs to be some type of front court depth, or it has to be a wing. If they take another guard who is like, oh, this will be the backup to Tyrese Maxey, I'm going to lose my freaking mind. We don't need another guard. We need a wing, or we need some front court depth. Center, power forward, whatever. You have to. I don't care what it is. Just freaking hit on it. That's all I ask. But like I said, it's a solid first step in the right direction. A lot of work still has to be done, and this is nowhere close to being over, but I will say that they did the right thing today. Daryl Morey could not have survived this season. Because, I mean, look, you were showed in the second round, you're not anywhere near the Eastern Conference and their best teams. You're not better than Detroit. You're not better than Cleveland. You damn well know after what you just saw this past week that you're not better than New York.
Right.
So, like I said, it's a good first step in the right direction. I'm not going to go any more than that. Now, what happens after are the interesting questions. Who are they looking to hire? Who will they hire? How long will Bob Myers be in charge of this entire thing? Like I said, there's a lot of stuff that still has to be figured out, but I am happy that they at least realized they had to change something. That's all I can say. They at least realized they had to change something. And now a very interesting summer awaits.
I'm sure.
Because I don't know what they're going to be. I don't know what the plan will be this summer. Oh, boy.
Let's slide into our NHL for a quick minute.
Why? I was
hoping that the Avalanche would have kind of finished up business. But, hey, if we got to wait till tomorrow, we got to wait till tomorrow. I'm a patient man. I don't have a problem with that.
You have to be a patient man. Look at your NFL team's injury report every week. You have to be patient with that.
Oh, of course. The Ducks and Knights are tied up. The Hurricanes, well, I know you don't want to get into it, but no. The broom came through. The Flyers, they went toe-to-toe with the Pens, and it exhausted them out. It clearly looked like it. So, I mean, we already said that the Hurricanes were the best in the league.
Exactly. And the Flyers are a team full of how many young kids who have barely seen playoff hockey.
Right. Now, of course, as you guys can see, we do have a game, Montreal leading the series 2-1, and actually leading right now in the second period, 2-1.
What a series! How
I
crazy would
expect
that be?
I think Montreal's. I expect Montreal to finish it out in 5. And then I don't know who like I said, I think the Avalanche finish their business tomorrow. But man, the Knights or the Ducks, I don't know which one I'd want. I mean, I guess it's kind of like, okay, Vegas, you're kind of getting boring at the moment. I think
Vegas just made that.
It'd be kind of interesting to see the Avs and the Ducks going again.
Well, see, the thing with Vegas is they made the coaching change to Tortorella late in the season. So, like, what can we fully expect from them at this point?
Yeah, I think it's kind of like, okay, it's like that new car, has kind of worn off a little bit. That new car smell, it's kind of faded. It's like, all right, it's now just our everyday car. No big deal. That's pretty much where I think I'm at with the Vegas Golden Knights. Kind of like, okay.
All right, you've won like 3 cups already. We get it.
It's all right. We're done. No, time, you got what you got, and it's like, all right, well, now we're going to move on. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and I think Anaheim's playing some really good hockey right now. I mean, got a bunch of exciting players. I mean, Cutter Gauthier's having a really strong year, and he's having a pretty solid postseason. As a Flyers fan, that breaks my heart because, of course, he didn't want to be a Flyer. We had to trade him. But again, you know what? I got Jamie Drysdale back in that deal. Still not upset about it. I got Trevor Zegras in a separate trade with Anaheim in the offseason. Not upset about it. So he's playing really good hockey. I think Anaheim just looks like the better team. Even the games that Vegas is winning, Anaheim looks like the better team.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see.
Yeah, Final Four wise for me, it's Avs, Ducks, Canadians, and Hurricanes are already there. So that's my Final Four. I think the Canadians will be a much better. I mean, they're going to give the Hurricanes all they can handle. I don't think the Hurricanes are going to be, sitting on cruise control. I think they're finally going to have somebody who's going to go, oh, look, you lost the game.
I just don't know how does one beat the Carolina Hurricanes.
It's called putting the puck in the net, Sam.
Thank you, Captain Freaking Obvious. I just don't know of a team that can compete with the Hurricanes. Montreal, like you said, is probably the best bet. But even that, how do you? I mean, I just watched the Flyers who were just so physically dominant against Pittsburgh. Now, I know Pittsburgh and Carolina, 2 completely different situations. One team's has the retirement home on skates, and Carolina's all great players in the prime of their career. But that Hurricanes team is 4 lines of forechecking from hell. Like, they just don't give up. You can barely cross center ice with the puck half the time.
That's why I think the Avalanche and the Hurricane, it'll be one fun Stanley Cup series to watch.
That is an all-timer waiting to happen. And the funny thing was, here's the funny thing, George. Going into that series, they said the Flyers had one distinct advantage, and that was Dan Vladar. Freddie Anderson was phenomenal. In that series, his goals against average was almost under 1. He was phenomenal. And that's nothing against Dan Vladar. He played his behind off in that series. I mean, Dan Vladar had a great postseason, even though he was 4-6. But the fact Freddie Anderson was just on his game, the Flyers had no answers for this guy. I mean, Travis Konecny had 3 breakaways in the series. He stoned them on all 3. You got the kid Stankoven. Oh my God, talk about a playmaker. This kid's all over the ice. I don't know, how do you get past this Hurricanes team? They haven't lost a game yet, the postseason.
No, they're going to be due. Ooh,
Oh, yeah,
Buffalo's trying to make a game of it. There we go, live scoring. 2-2.
2-2.
Here
we go.
Score fest.
Let me see if I can get the tallies for that game.
Let's slip into our real talk.
Oh dear.
There.
I don't know if you guys heard it, but it was just revealed that MLB is now helping umpires during games to call better balls or strikes. Let me explain. So 2026 is the first time ever that MLB is actually using the ABS, the automatic ball strike system, to overturn calls if a player wants to. I feel like we all kind of knew that, but Jeff Passan just revealed something that I feel like almost no one knew before he actually said it out loud. You know how MLB players are allowed to go look at their iPad or talk to coaches and get live feedback after they hit a home run or got out? Well, umpires now essentially have not the same exact system, but they have live feedback so they can hone in on their game. And it's literally here because of the ABS. Jeff Passan revealed that because of the automatic ball strike system, the umpires have to be in communication with the people who are literally judging balls and strikes for the ABS. And because of that, there's a two-way connection, almost a live walkie-talkie the entire game. And the ball strike caller up in the ABS booth can actually give live feedback to the umpire and basically say, hey, that ball's a little bit outside, dial it in. And they can do that for inside, up, down, whatever you want. Or if he's calling strikes, balls, they can also give that feedback too. So literally, if you've been watching games and all of a sudden a terrible umpire got good midway through the game, that's not an accident. It's MLB literally trying to fix the zone live, which is awesome. I don't know if you guys heard.
Interesting, Mr. Nelson. As the baseball connoisseur, what are your thoughts on that little nugget of information?
Oh, I mean, I don't really have a complaint about it. I mean, I wouldn't think it'd be fair to make the umpires go into ABS and just be blind to everything. It's good for them because look, umpire, I know we all like the manager, umpire, player debacles that ends in people getting ejected. I know we all find it fun and cool and stuff like that. Why is my hold on, off topic. Why is my $330 million superstar putting down a bunt? What are we doing? Oh, dear God. Sorry.
It's called playing a baseball game.
He's trying to bunt Kyle Schwarber in the scoring position. That's not Kenny Lofton on first base last time I checked.
Touche.
And also, when you have a guy who's naturally a power hitter trying to hit a home run almost every time he tries to bunt, those are the bunts that usually go a little too far. And when you got the Wadley Penguin on first base, that's probably a double play. Anyway, sorry. I just looked up, and first of all, the bunt went 18 rows in the foul territory, which is funny. But anyway, again, I don't have an issue with this because, again, we're trying to avoid, getting rid of umpires completely, because that's what some people want. Why not give them that? Honestly, whoever's been up in the booth talking to them, they probably should have been implemented in years past before ABS. So they could just sit up there, watch the game, and get down to these guys and say, yo, they're chirping at you because your strike zone is terrible tonight. You're way too outside. Dial it in and let's get this thing on track here. This is probably something that could have been used before ABS even became a thing. If anything I'm saying makes any sense, it's like have them have someone to communicate with. So instead, maybe we wouldn't need ABS. If we would have had someone just going down saying, hello, you're literally calling a ball 8 inches off the plate to strike. Dial it in, pick it up, get it in control, let's go. You're going to end up throwing people out of this game. Let's calm it down now. Unless you're Angel Hernandez. None of that would have helped it. But I have no issue with it. I mean, what are you going to let these guys go into ABS blind and just say, oh, we're going to challenge 5 to 6 of your calls a game, and that's it? No, I think it's fair. I think it's perfectly fair to have somebody in their ear so they do get it right.
I was gonna say, this almost, for half a second I thought, it's basically somebody utilizing the cameras and utilizing everything to say they're making the calls. Then the umpire is just the mouthpiece, and hey, they're just the microphone.
I mean, essentially, we could be heading for something like that anyway.
Well, but how bad? I mean, it's just like the AI sneaking its way into the NFL too. I mean, how much longer before you're going to have to just have, you're not going to really have to pay these guys who are really working, as they're just really just going to be dummies and speakers for the people who are in the booths making the calls.
Yeah.
I mean, this is truly almost taking the whole human element out of baseball.
It's taking the human element without taking out the human element, basically is what they're trying to do. We don't want to see robots on the field. We don't want to see no umpires, because umpires still have to be a part of the game. Because, first of all, could you imagine an argument between a robot and a person? That'd be hilarious. That's first off.
That's what baseball back before. I'm sorry, that's the first thing that came to my mind was, I'm sorry, the batter has a weapon. The robot gets obliterated. Oops, we need another robot.
No. Those will be some hefty fines, because the MLB's are like, do you know how much freaking money these things cost, you dimwits?
Get me another one. Bam, bam, bam. Get me another one.
Imagine a freaking robot.
Get me another one.
Right? Imagine a robot umpire when the weather hits. We are going into a rain delay. Damn it. We lost 4 more. That's it. Calling the insurance.
Oh, my God.
The damn backups even got soaked. Now the game's over.
It's struck by lightning. Even better.
Jesus God. We'll have more lightning delays than ever in Major League Baseball.
Somebody want to get Johnny 5 off the charger over there?
Oh, great. Now they struck the Tesla's charging stations outside. Now how are we going to charge them? Damn it. Oh, my God.
Oh, man.
Oh, I'm tearing up. Holy crap.
Oh.
But you're always going to need
Johnny 5 is alive.
Someone called Will Smith.
Wait a minute. Real. No, the robot goes. Oh, wait a minute. The catcher's sitting there going, wait a minute. Let me kick the battery connector. Oh, there we go. He's all right. We got him back.
Oh, my.
And the catcher go, you good?
Boink. Slaps the catcher. Strike 1. Shoot. But
wait a minute. Serious. His trajectory seems to be a bit off. That pitch was way outside into the other batter's box, and he called it a strike. Wait a minute. He needs a recalibration. Hold on. Oh,
okay,
no.
Let's see.
I got one better. Firmware upgrade.
Firmware upgrade mid-game. That's.
I'm sorry, we have to take a delay. The firmware in the robot has to be updated.
Oh, my God.
Oh, wait a minute. It's a 20-second clock. What's going to finish first? The 30-second update or the pitch clock?
Welcome to Major League Baseball, where every game has a software update delay. We no longer call it the 7th inning stretch. We call it the 7th inning software delay.
Oh my God. The 7th inning reboot.
7th inning reboot. Yeah. Do you remember back when we actually had extra innings and they did the 7th inning and then they did the 14th inning stretch because it was 7 innings late? Oh my God.
Oh,
It was funny. It was funny. I went to that Phillies-Reds game in 2011 that went 19 innings, where Wilson Valdez pitched and Placido Polanco had to play second and Carlos Ruiz had to play third. And we were sitting there after the 14th inning and my cousin looks over at me. She's like, Sam, what happens if is there a 21st inning stretch? I said, if there is, we're going to hell home. I said, if they, oh my God. I said, if there is, you're getting up and stretching. I'm sleeping.
Oh man.
Anywho,
it'd be tons of fun.
But no, in all fairness,
Somebody hard need that sucker.
You do still need the human element in baseball because of the plays on the bases. A robot cannot do that.
No, that's for sure.
The human element should never be taken out of baseball because that's what we grew up loving. And I understand people like to say that old school baseball people are dinosaurs. Okay, I just turned 30 years old on Saturday. Last time I checked, my hair's still the same color it was back when I was 15. Somewhat. Anyway, I'm not going to go there. But anyway, baseball, it's the sport that you can make changes to, but you have to be careful because it is still it's still the most artful sport around. Like there's an etiquette and an art to the sport of baseball. Something that it's just a homey, comforting type of game. Don't get me wrong. All sports are fun. I don't get the same amount of joy that I do going to an NBA game or an NHL game. NHL game, and if you want to go to an NHL game, you need a chiropractor.
No, depends on where you're sitting. If I go to an NHL game, I'm going to need a package of throat lozenges. That's for sure. I'm going to need throat lozenges like minutes after the game's over. Jesus, Dave.
He's put that. It's a joke about what we just talked about. Pull that back up. Look what it is. It's like robots in baseball.
Oh my God.
He's watching and he put that up.
All right. Interesting.
Again, that's what I don't want to see the human element take it out of the sport of baseball completely. They can be helped. Like, again, back to what we just watched. This is something that I think it makes a lot of sense. You do need to have the human element be assisted because, again, some of these umpires in the past, like Angel Hernandez, like CB Buckner now, some of them are not very good at their job anymore. Not saying they're still not good umpires, and they've been around a long time. I know Angel isn't around anymore, but some of these guys, their strike zones are bad. Like, they are really bad. They are record-setting levels of bad. And if there's a way to say, look, guys, you guys are still good umpires. You've been around a long time. Let us at least help you. They can go in and say, CB, you're 5 inches off the plate to left-handed hitters tonight. Every slider that's 5 inches off, you're calling a strike. Bring it in a little bit. Like, that's
or
okay.
How about when it's just clearly way off, it's in the dirt, and they call it a strike because they thought
Joe
it was
Nathan.
a sinker pitch. It's like, dude,
okay, Joe Nathan. I love that slider in the dirt in what was like 2012 that he threw Ben Zobrist, and Ben Zobrist is just like, how on earth did you call this a strike? Joe Madden's sitting there like, what? I'm not sure. I can't get ejected. The game's over. What are we doing here? Like, that's the point. We're trying to save the human element here. We're not trying to get rid of them. We're trying to protect it. Because, again, it's okay to need help. NFL referees need help constantly. which, by the way, thank God they came to an agreement on a new CBA. I was not about to watch replacement. I was not about to watch the expendable referees again. I ain't doing that crap. Well, we saw that in 2012. That was a disaster.
Next one up.
What we got? That
I
you,
don't think
George?
there were 68 teams that deserve to be in it. To me, this is strictly a money grab for the Power Four conferences to get teams that finish 6 and 10 in their conference, to get into the tournament. Unless you say that every mid-major that wins their conference is automatically in. Like the fact that Miami or Ohio had to struggle to get into the tournament. That's what's wrong with the tournament. Not that there's not enough teams in it. What's wrong is that these really good teams that have great seasons deserve to be in it. I'm saying if that's not the plan, to let more of them in, then it doesn't make any difference. And that is not the plan. This kind of is the prequel to there only being 86 or 88 or 92 teams in the tournament, and they all come from 4 conferences. Or the way it's going now, maybe there's only 64 teams and they come from 2 conferences. No, this is not about, we want to give more people opportunities. Now, some people have said those playing games or these other teams that get in financially, it benefits them only if you give it to the teams that need the money. And I love when they say, well, if you played in this league, what would your record be? Well, we don't play in that league and we don't have $20 million budgets. So suck it up and win more games. Like Roy McIlroy said, play better. I don't think
that. Now, before you brought it up on Unbiased last night, I came across this on Saturday, I believe. And boy, it got me thinking really hard. And I was thinking pretty much, I really thought in depth. And that's why I really wasn't giving away too much when you guys spoke about it last night, because I really wanted to dive deeply in on this. We said, and we all pretty much agreed last night, it was a money grab. You're going to do it now for the men's and women's. You are giving these teams all of this. You are now getting these networks more TV time, which means, yes, you're getting more commercials. You're making more money. You are making so much more money. And a lot of these guys are going, well, yeah, but we're giving it to the schools. And it's like, okay, well, the schools are getting it, their NIL money, which means, guess what? That's going to the players, but only certain players. And you guys are still backdooring a whole ton of cash. Massively. So,
again,
before you know it, it's going to take you 2 months to play the month of March Madness.
Well, here's the thing.
And how does it violate, just like football, how does it violate the college play calendar?
And again, Tyler brought up that they're adding they're basically adding a play-in tournament to the tournament, which makes me sick.
You heard him. It's like, oh, what's to stop them from going up to 88, 92? It's like, everybody gets to go into the tournament.
Let's also, I agree it's a money grab, 100%. But let's go back to what something I said last night. George, we are both wrestling guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
We remember the WCW days.
Yep.
We remember the TNA days at their peak, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we know of AEW now, and they've had some nice runs.
Yeah.
One problem. They're never going to beat the Mecca. Can we agree? They're never going to beat WWE no matter how much they try. That's the first thing. Let's go over to the NFL. I think college football has tried its best to try to get up there with them in ratings. I think at moments they spike them, but the NFL is still the NFL.
Right. I mean, I've discussed it already with you guys that I think there are too many bowl games. You've got too many teams that are almost 500 playing in a bowl game.
Yes.
It was more cutthroat, and it was more, you had to really fight and have a great damn season in order to get into a bowl game. And then everybody wanted to complain about that and then say, well, how about we do a playoff to figure out our number one, overall? It's like, okay, fine, you did that, but you also turn around and said, well, we're going to add more teams. Well, we're going to make more bowl games. When are you starting? Oh, freaking December 1st? Okay.
Well, and that's and again, we've talked about college football. One small tweak and pushing everything back to week 0 probably fixes all of the stuff with college football. But there's a difference there. Yeah, college football is different. They had to expand the playoff because people were getting sick and tired of Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State every year being in the playoff. Then, okay, the fourth team would change. One year it'd be LSU. Then it would be Notre Dame. Then it would be freaking Clemson. No one else had a shot. Do you think anybody, I'll say 5 years ago, would have been sitting here and we would have just talked about the reigning national champion being the Indiana freaking Hoosiers in football? I don't think anybody would have saw that coming.
No.
Their expansion is fine. Now, I have an issue if they expanded again because one crybaby team doesn't know how to win big games and they couldn't get in this year because they lost their 2 most important games. But that's another story for another day. Go cry me, Irish fans. Win against A&M, win against Miami. You would have got in. Wah. I don't care. But their expansion is fine.
You're going to need that whole week. Now, those playing games started like on Wednesday. And it's like, all right, well, now you're looking to start on Monday.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, you're going to literally be playing for 2 straight weeks at this point. It's not going to be, oh, you're just playing Thursday through Sunday. No. You're going to be playing 7 days a week. The higher and higher this number gets, the more you are playing every single night. And all these teams are going to be playing every other day for 2 weeks straight. Do you know how exhausting that is on the body?
Yeah, as college football, at least, you get a week off in between when you're in the playoff. These kids are playing every, 2 to 3 days?
Every other day.
Basically, yeah.
And that's not counting, as Gino, I know I did play a reel earlier this year about him saying, well, the practice times, he goes, you're fighting, you got to turn around and go do media stuff, and then you only get a practice for an hour and a half instead of having like the whole normal morning practices that you usually get. I mean, Jesus, give these kids a break. You want to turn around and focus on what you're supposed to be doing for your games. You got film time, but which you're doing all night long anyway, but it's like you need floor time, and then you need the mental break from it as well. So having that many teams, you're not going to get that practice time. You are not getting practice time. There is no way. You aren't getting practice time. You are literally cramming yourself into 1 hour for film, 1 hour for practice. Boom. Everybody else has to practice and get film time. So you're trying to sit there and you're trying to work on that, the sealed conference rooms and, or hotel rooms and everything else. And, it's just a revolving door, and you're not going to have enough time for it. Not with that many teams. Or you're just going, or here's where they make their money. Or the resolution is, hey, we're going to be in 42 different cities to turn around and start round 1. We're going to be in 42 cities. They're hosting a tournament. Excuse me. How about no? Because the NBA is playing in your arenas that you want to try to utilize. You know,
And that is
it's not going to happen.
that is why I brought up earlier about wrestling and other companies rivaling them in college football and the NFL. College basketball, I think the two things they are trying to do here is one, they saw how much of a success that college football had expanding. The problem is you're talking about a college football playoff that only 4 teams had a shot to win the whole damn thing. Now it's 12. You already have 64 teams in this tournament. What else more do you need? If you can't get in the round of 64, then you don't deserve to be in there. If you can't get in the round of 64 on Selection Sunday, then you don't deserve to be in the tournament to begin with. You do not get a participation trophy and get an extra 12 spots for teams that don't know how to win enough games. That is the problem with sports these days. Everyone gets a freaking. This is what I call participation syndrome. Everyone gets a freaking trophy. And that's the problem with it goes from youth sports all the way up. Everyone gets a participation trophy, and then when they get to the pros and lose, they don't know how to handle it. You can't get if I was a coach of a youth team that lost a championship game, oh, here's your participation trophies. Throw those things out. You didn't win crap. That's what we call participation syndrome, because now everyone's getting a shot. And so, look at it, if you want to get in the round of 64, get in. Play good enough throughout the season to get in the damn tournament. Why do you have to put more spots? We don't need it. We already have 64 teams. Even some people think that's a stretch.
Well, and you heard Gino say, you've got the other schools that clearly won their conferences, and they had to fight tooth and nail to turn around and make a debate that they should be in the tournament. It should be automatic.
Yeah. Not
the Power Four getting to add somebody who's, 17-10.
Yeah, like, come on. What are we doing? Yeah, this whole thing, this is going to get really, really weird. And again, they're doing the mistake effective next year, and you have no plan for it. You're going blinders on and you're throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks.
It's pathetic.
And here's the thing, because I'll tell you all this right now. If you think the college football transfer portal is a mess, the college basketball transfer portal, hold on. Do you remember the summer of NBA free agency in 2016? Everybody was getting big money. Nicholas Batum was signing for $70 million. Nicholas Batum, who was a role player. Good player. But $70 million back then? No. That is the transfer portal. It is 2016 NBA free agency. It is utter chaos. That's the thing. You could be a 10-win team in college basketball. Just go hit the portal, get 3 to 5 players, you're back in the tournament.
Yeah. Well,
Villanova's entire team this past year was almost all from the portal. And guess what? They had to do it again because half their guys left.
I'm sitting here going, you know what? Let this be a thing in 4 more years when you know who is going to be looking to do this. Because if he starts into this, who knows where that could lead if he's that caliber. Holy cow. If he's this caliber, oh my goodness. That it would be huge.
I mean, you've got guys like a Caden Lewis in Villanova last year. George, let me explain this. I've been following Villanova basketball my whole life. Do people understand how hard it was to be a starter as a freshman under Jay Wright? Like, Caden Lewis comes here under Kevin Willard. Not Jay Wright, but I'm using because of how long Jay Wright was there.
Yeah.
A Caden Lewis comes in this year as a freshman. He's one of the highest paid freshman players from NIL money. He is handed the starting job, and he has still left the school to go somewhere else. The college basketball transfer portal is literally NBA free agency, and it's a freaking mess. And that's the point. All these, there are teams in the tournament this past year that probably won't make it because half their team left to the portal.
Well, and one of the other bigger problems, when we just talked about it with the draft, how many of these guys are freshmen and jumping for the NBA draft.
That's
It's
another
like, wait
issue
a
that we have.
second. You just finished high school. You're not even 21 yet.
You can't drink legally.
You are not anywhere prepared for the speed of the NBA game. And shame on the NBA for letting it happen. What happened? We put, everybody was saying, we can't have a LeBron James come right out of high school and go right to the NBA. They've got to go to a college. They've got to go to college. They have to go to a college. Just let them do 1 year. Hello, you still got a 19 to 20-year-old coming in to play at NBA speed, and they're not ready for it. They cannot handle it.
No.
It is not possible. It's like, if you're accepting it, but he's got the talent. He's got the talent. Well, okay, he's got some talent, but are you watering down the NBA product because you are so fascinated with the young, inexperienced kids to play in the NBA? And then you're going to try to force some of it, just like Bronny James, just because dad, is LeBron.
Hold on. That that's a whole different cluster F. Hold on.
I'm bringing it in because, hello, I'm sorry. Football, they keep dropping it and cutting it back, going, no, we can start taking them going into the junior year. Nope. Bad move, fellas. Sorry, you got a lot of these kids who are sitting there going, hey, you were supposed to be going there on the scholarship and then getting an education. Now you sit there and, you can coast through education and turn around and take drama classes and, I'm getting A's. No big deal. I'm good. And you got NIL money. You only have to go 2 years. Look, check it out. I'm a big football star in the NFL. What's your major? There is no major. I just got my associates. I'm good. Really? What'd you get your associates in? Drama? Really? Okay. Go out there, play football. 5 games later, boom. Season career-ending injury. Now what are you going to do?
There are college football players that are literally projected to go in rounds 5 through 7 of the draft that are staying in school because they will make more money in the NIL than they will on an NFL rookie contract. That tells you right there that there is a broken system with the NIL situation.
Yep.
In both sports. Something needs to be fixed in this area because it's getting to be ridiculous.
100%. It's pathetic.
Anthony,
that's priceless, dude. Totally.
Anthony, where have you been, man? I haven't heard from you in a minute.
Well, he came on Tuesdays. He knows everything breaks on Tuesdays. You said it yourself. Everything's been breaking on Tuesdays.
And this is why my logo is on this right here, because I'm sick and freaking tired and I deal with this crap. I'm tired of it.
Yes.
It's either that or my other co-host is working double. He's working double overtime.
You're paying him? What? No,
I have to deduct the mental health tax that he causes me every week. That's why he's the negative.
Touche. But yes, this is getting way out of hand, and the system has to get adjusted. It has to be fixed.
All right, good luck with it.
And I mean, right now, that's why most of these guys are sitting there going, we'll just get redshirted and we'll just keep making more money. And we've got guys who are trying to redshirt for their 6th, 7th, 8th years. It's like, wait a minute. No, and no, sorry. There's the draft or there's the door, one or the other.
Don't let it hit you where the good Lord splits you.
So yes, this is. I don't believe that this is exactly. I think the. I mean, the NCAA is sitting there going, well, this is what everybody wanted. It's like, okay, start, compensating the players. Well, there's a difference between compensation and or the redonkulousness that is the NIL.
The other thing that I have to say, if you're going to do this stuff, why do we have to make it immediately? Yeah, we going to be a 20, what are you, and just for the NFL, for example, what are you going to be, a 26-year-old first-round pick? That's the time you want to be in the league by the time you're 22, so when you're 26, you hit that big money contract.
Yeah, you don't want to be a Brandon Whedon.
Keem Messidor's 26, is he not? The kid the Chargers just took.
Yeah.
Let me make sure that's right. He's 20. He just turned 25. So by the time his rookie contract is up, he's 30.
Jalen Hurts was going for a Super Bowl at 25. Brock Purdy was going for a Super Bowl before he was 25.
Whoa. Careful, George. When you say no. When you say Jalen Hurts in Super Bowl, people think it's a myth.
Touche.
But yeah. So Akeem Messidor is now going to be a free agent at 30 years old for the first time because you got to take in the 5th-year option. So you'll be 30 years old. Let's go. Big win in Boston. Boys are rolling right now under Dom Mattingly. But yeah, so now Akeem Messidor, I think he's going to be a good player. I like the fit with the Chargers. You have him opposite of Tuli Pelotu now. You got some really strong edge rushers there. But now, when you're supposed to be striking the iron when it's hot at age 25, 26, you're getting drafted at age 25, 26, and you're going to be a free agent at age 30? You're missing out on a lot of money. Because, George, you know what NFL teams, they love signing them 26-year-olds, those big money deals.
Yeah, right?
I don't understand that. But like I said, if you're going to make a couple $100,000 as a 5th to 7th round pick in the NFL, but then you're looking like, well, I can make $900,000 in NIL. I'm just going to go back to school. Screw it. There will soon be, I'm telling you this right now, there will soon be a 30-year-old drafted in the NFL draft. It will happen.
Well, one of the devil's advocates that somebody had brought to my attention was, well, if they're paying them more while they're in school, wouldn't that be beneficial for them to actually stay in school and finish school and then go into pros?
And another devil's advocate,
because wasn't that always the thing? Is, hey, they wanted to get out of school early so they could go make that big NFL money and then come back and do school later.
That is true.
And I said, I didn't like that argument, but I was just like, darn it. It makes a little bit of sense of, yeah, the more they make while they're in school, that should probably automatically be deducted to pay for their schooling. I think that would be one. That way you ain't got to turn around and worry about trying to pay off tuition. Once you're done with schooling, it's already all taken care of. You know?
Yeah.
And two, if you're graduated and you're done and you still have a nice chunk of change, like you said, it's okay. Now on to the next level, which is what your goal was to do the whole time. I mean, like I said, right now, that's kind of the scary thought is you're high school, 1 year of college, boom, you're in the pros. let's look
Yeah.
at Cooper Flag. How really, how fair was it to turn around and just be obsessive of Cooper Flag this whole season?
Well, that was the NBA doing what the NBA does.
Right. You needed the NBA to pump that up. But it's like, did he really succeed like
No.
your NBA players should? I don't think so.
I think when we did our 609 end of the season awards for the NBA, I don't think either me or Tyler had him as our rookie of the year. I think we both went with Con Knipple from Charlotte.
And you know, the sad thing was, is I found a reel on Facebook, and it actually showed Cooper Flag going to and actually had gotten one of his cards too. I was like, oh, even Cooper Flag is a fan of his buddy. I was like, okay, this is a little odd considering that everybody and their brother is Cooper Flag, Cooper Flag, Cooper Flag, Cooper Flag. It's
Whoa.
like, oh.
Whoa there, Pete. Hey, I know it's after dark, but we're not that mean on here.
On brain. Yeah.
It's past his bedtime, folks. It's okay. It's okay. We'll edit that. We'll edit that out.
It's been a long day.
Anthony, I don't waste my time with cartoon wrestling, so no.
Actually, Anthony, we had not, but I did see that one Mr. Austin Creed is attending an event in Oklahoma at the end of the month. So unsure if Kofi will be joining him, but the Kofi, of course, he owns his own first name. So WWE can't do anything about that, but the Kingston part is all WWE owned. So they won't be utilizing New Day or Xavier Woods or Kingston out of the ordeals, but you can expect that their actual names will start to be utilized a lot more moving forward.
Xavier's going to go back to Consequences Creed. That's what he's going to go back to.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it.
He probably can't do it because WWE probably has the rights to it. How hilarious would it be if Kofi Kingston went back to being Jamaican?
Oh, I will tell you what, that was the most priceless stuff ever. And my favorite time for him was when it was him versus Randy Orton. Those were the best singles matches that Randy, if anything, he's got to give credit to Randy Orton for bursting him out of that and making his career just go as a singles wrestler, because those were some of the most fun. They were the most brutal matches. Those guys, it was not for the faint of heart at all. They were some brutal damn matches, and they were good matches. They wrote the storyline very well too.
I think anything Randy does is great. That's why. It doesn't against Kofi, but it's like when you put him with a guy like Randy Orton, who, by the way, I think it's very underappreciated for the in-ring worker that he is, dating back to when he was younger up till now. I mean, he's still great, and look at his age. But, yeah, I'm going to be interested now that the New Day is released. Where are they going to go?
Well, and it's how bad was it that you just got your new contract and then they're like, hey, no, we need to cut this back.
Well,
how badly was the cutback?
Let's be fair.
Had to make them say no. I mean, it had to be a drastic cutback.
Oh, absolutely. Well, it's TKO. What do you expect? The issue with the New Day is it was never going to be the same after Big E got retired. He was a huge element to that group and what he brought out of the ring. And when the words came out that he was never going to be able to wrestle again, that was kind of the death blow for the babyface New Day gimmick. The heel turn was an utter disaster, which most heel turns like that are. Which is not. I don't even know if you can't fault anybody. Just Kofi can't be a heel like that. After
No.
all those years of what they were, they can't expect it. It was like John Cena's heel turn. That was a failure. Want to argue me about it? Come right ahead and do it. It was an utter failure because the guy that should have been running was running the company all those years, he would have perfected it. Not these guys that don't know wrestling.
Yeah, and I think that's the bigger problem too. And like I said, you can't make the fan favorite. You're making it such a big fan favorite, and you're like, oh, we can turn them heel. We can turn them heel. They'll be great. No, once you saw the epic failure of the heel turn, you really needed a lot of work just to try to make it save face. Because what happens is all of a sudden it doesn't work. They're off TV because creative can't figure out how to make it work, and they're being forced to make it work.
You can't turn a guy heel for the first time on his retirement tour. He's going to get standing ovations in every city because it's the last time he's going to be there. They're not going to buy this crap.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Welcome to reality, TKO. Oh, wait, they don't live in reality.
Let Triple H do his freaking job.
Oh, he'll be out of his job soon. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah,
they're forcing him out.
It's like, listen, TKO, don't pull a Ted Turner. You try to pull a Ted Turner, you're done. Let the wrestling people do the wrestling thing. Leave it the hell alone.
They can't because the board of directors is led by one of the most egomaniacal WWE characters of all time.
If that was the case, he wouldn't be up Triple H's butt half of the time.
He's the one that was the center around the Cena heel turn, never showed back up.
Yeah,
we had Travis, but we had Travis Scott. If we had wrestling people running this company, the first thing, all right, let me just a funny example.
Logan Paul wouldn't be there.
Yeah, like here's my thing. If I bought WWE, which I will never have that type of money, the first thing I would do, what celebrities have in-ring contracts? All right, Jelly Roll, all right, rip that up. Logan Paul, no offense, I respect him because I understand your opinions. The one thing I will give him credit for, he is at least a student of what he's doing. He at least puts the effort in to be good at it. But you know what? I have to make you add an example out of you. Ripping your contract up, Travis Scott, get your contract ripped up. This is a wrestling company.
Don't forget about Bad Bunny.
Well, yeah, you get my point, though.
Yeah.
You're all gone. If you want to perform at my pay-per-views, that's awesome. You're not wrestling. That's for wrestlers. It's a wrestling company. I thought sports entertainment was bad 5-10 years ago. Oh, my God. I haven't watched a thing of wrestling in probably... No, that's a lie. I watched AEW a few times in the past few months, but outside of that, I haven't watched anything. I got a text message on Saturday. You watching Backlash? Oh, that's today? Okay.
Do you see how many people have retired since Taker? They're dropping like flies if you think about it.
And also, did you hear the interview with Swerve Strickland a while ago about why a lot of those guys stay in AEW instead of coming back here? Their contracts in AEW are guaranteed. The only people that get guaranteed contracts fully in WWE are those guys. Takers, Cena's, Orton's, Roman, Seth, Punk. Swerve Strickland said we weren't getting guaranteed money there. AEW guarantees their deals. So people can say all they want about AEW failing. First of all, they haven't failed. They're still around. You don't fail it. The WCW failed.
AEW is still on TV. I don't see a failure.
The one thing you can say about AEW is they tried to go too fast, too quick, going overseas, trying to get a 100,000 stadium and all that stuff. That's where they failed. They tried to go too fast, too quick. But the one thing I will say about Tony Khan, he cares about his wrestlers. When guys over there are out a year with injuries, they're paid in full. TKO just cuts guys just because they want to save money. Tony Khan adds shows so they can get all these guys on television.
Well, I think that ever since WWE went public, it's been a nightmare ever since.
What really cost the WWE is when Shane and Stephanie no longer wanted the company from their dad. Because at least then they knew what their dad wanted and they cared. But when Shane left 17 years ago and no longer wanted to be a part of that, and Stephanie, that was his goal. He's like, all right, well, if Shane doesn't want it, at least I can leave it to Stephanie and Paul. And then Stephanie didn't want anything to do with running it. She's left it said. She's still there, but she's no longer running anything. It's mostly Nick Khan.
Well, and the big problem is because Dad still wanted, it's like, oh, I'm going to leave it to you, but you're not going to have any say in the matter. I'm still running. It's like, no, you can't still run and leave it into their hands. And it's like, wait a second. I think the big fallout, if you noticed, Shane was MIA at the Hall of Fame. Shane was nowhere to be seen.
No.
There is a massive fallout. You heard Stephanie even acknowledge the nieces and nephews. They were not there. And she said, they're still all family. You know, it is a major fallout between the two.
Oh, without a doubt.
And it's like, hello, this is no big secret. Stephanie, the Vince has to officially kick the bucket for a lot of things to happen.
Yeah.
100%. Because some people are saying that Vince is still in Paul's ear going, you need to do this, you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to. Dude, until that dude is officially kicked the bucket, nothing is going to get to go Triple H's way the way he wants it to go.
No. And
the scarier part about it is NXT has grown to where it can grow, but it's losing its luster because he's not allowed to continue to keep everything going the way that he wants it to. It's like he had that blueprint. He was given. He's like, hey, give me NXT or OVW, as it was called, and Florida, I think it was FCW too. You know, let him handle that and make NXT. And he did. And he clearly got it exactly the way he wanted it. And then everybody else is kind of still trying to water it down. And it's like, no, stupid, leave it alone. But nobody wants to leave it alone. When's the last time you saw the whole major thing of where you had NXT versus SmackDown versus Raw? You don't have that anymore because now you're back to the way old crap where you had guys on every Monday night and Friday night. And it's like, okay, we're kind of sick and tired of this. You need to separate everything back again like you used to. You had certain guys on Monday. You had certain guys on Friday. You didn't do this crisscross crap. And you've got too much of it happening again. And they're like, oh, we can do things the way it used to be. No, you cannot, stupid. Leave it the hell alone.
The problem is what has started to hurt WWE is when all the wrestling guys started to leave. It's when Jim Ross started to leave. It's when guys like Jim Cornette started to leave. When all the wrestling guys leave is when all the problems started.
And Paul Heyman wants no part of being on the upper echelon tier. You know, he's like, nope.
Why would you?
I am staying in my lane. I have Brock Lesnar. He was CM Punk, Seth Rollins. Now he's Braun Breaker.
We literally just had a WrestleMania where we had 2 matches over 18 minutes, and they were the main events. The in-ring product is no longer a care level for this company, and TKO doesn't care about wrestling. They care about ticket sales and money. And how many celebrities can we put on a wrestling show so we can get more money? Because Jelly Roll has a big fan base. Travis Scott's got a big fan base. Logan Paul's the Taylor Swift of WWE. I've been saying it for 3 years now, and you've agreed with me. It's a whole new demographic. I agree with you. Trust me. Now I Show Speed is becoming a wrestler. Oh, my God. You know what? If you want to put all the Twitch streamers and all those jokesters on a wrestling show, put them back. I was there live back in the Attitude Era when they got their asses kicked by these guys.
Yeah, you want to go for a trial? Go to NXT. Go to NXT first. Go play wrestling fan, want to be a wrestler. Go into NXT. Go down there first. See if you can take the butt whoopings first. That's what I'm screaming.
And the reason that this company, we always said during the Roman Reigns run, the big title run, it's because I didn't think Vince had it in him anymore to find the next one. The day that Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns call it a career, this company is in big trouble.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dear. You know what, Anthony? Don't be surprised. He may show up one day. He may. But yeah, when Roman Anthony, and Rollins...
is.
Oh, he is. Paul's great. It's just the company's not.
Right. And I'm sorry, but yeah, you see Seth and Roman both disappear, game over. And I hate to say it, but when that happens, Punk will sit there and go, I'm good. Punk will say the same thing.
And again, I don't want to hear
this New Day thing. I don't think this is the end of it. I think.
No, it's definitely not.
I think this New Day domino. I think this is the first main domino to start falling.
But let me ask you something, right? Because the one thing
who's really going to be interested to sit down and watch Austin Theory try to wrestle, Fatu.
Well, here's the other thing, George, because, there are the people in this world that have the WWE blinders on. They do know Raw. Oh, viewership's great. The shows are great. George, we've been around the block enough to know this. Why do companies make budget cuts?
Because they're not making any money.
Yeah. Anthony, I'm surprised they haven't released him yet either.
And the sadder part is I was hoping that Miz and USA would do the whole Miz and Mrs. thing by themselves and not even have to utilize WWE.
WWE will always be popular because it will live off its past. It will live off the Attitude, Ruthless Aggression era. We'll still have our guys like Roman Reigns, but the WWE product has become an absolute joke. You no longer have to watch a WWE wrestling show. to get all the pops and all the excitement. All you have to do is go wait for the clips on Twitter. That's all you have to do. That's how I watch it.
Yeah, when I just saw that Asuka is now out. She's
Cool.
gone.
Cool.
I was like, dude, okay, that kind of sucks. That's just another one that it's like, well, okay, nobody said anything about her leaving, but after seeing the clips this weekend, I'm like, well, that's just great.
Please pin that comment so I can answer it, because I can tell you right now, Anthony, he is going through Roman Reigns syndrome. Because, again, I'm sick and tired. This is what I said when Cody won the belt. Cody should have won the belt at Mania in Philly. It was his time. But you can't have the belt on him every freaking damn time since then. You have to have parity. You have to expand. You have to put the title. You can't just change titles at WrestleMania every year. It's not fair.
Yeah.
And then they fought. Wow. Oh, well, we felt bad for Drew. He got cashed in at WrestleMania in Philly, so we'll put the belt on for 2 weeks and then have it taken off him again. Like, what?
Yeah, that was stupid.
We used to have title changes every 2 to 3 months in this company. Now we can't get in 2 to 3 years. That's the problem, Anthony. They are relying on Cody, Seth, Punk, and Roman. And if those 4 ever decide to leave one day, this company does not have 4 more guys they can put on this company on their back. They don't.
No. And what are you going to do? Okay. Oh, yeah. I mean, you even turned around and tossed out the machine guns, and it's like, well, okay.
Oh, don't get me started.
It's like, well, who should have and who shouldn't have left AEW?
Don't get me started with that. Oh, dear.
Put up the back. Well played, sir. Well, look at that. Well played. Look at that.
And I just want to point out, I was in error. This was not original PlayStation. This was original
Nintendo.
Yes. A good game. I had it. I played it a lot. Best part was they added fights, so you could actually fight the first baseman when he got there with whatever weapon your robot had.
Nice.
If you could add the voice, I think we should add the voice from Wii Baseball, and it tells you what you get, like double. And you just watch the person run to the base. No throws anymore, guys. We're just gonna run to the bases.
Speaking of spectacular games that don't exist anymore, there was a game on original NES, Super Dodgeball, which was amazing. Build your team with the. If y'all remember the original ice hockey where you had the 3 different sized players that you could build your team with, Dodgeball was very similar, except they had power-ups that they could do with the dodgeball.
Nice.
It was impressive. How are you guys doing?
Nostalgia is real. Oh, we're doing lovely. I'm going to have a new president of basketball operations for my team by hopefully the summer.
Good. That's good. Baby steps.
Well, no, because my point is because people are going, Twitter's going nuts right now over it because they kept Nick Nurse. But I just wanted to say this real quick. I don't know how you can fairly evaluate Nick Nurse right now.
I was just going to say, regardless of the words "for now" needs to be added on there because you get a new guy in charge.
Yeah.
Who knows? So,
and if anything, Nurse may get whoever they hire, they may give him a 1-year trial run, and they're like, "Yeah, this ain't going to work."
Right.
But even
this
right
is
now,
today's NBA, they might give him a 6-week trial run.
Well, I mean, look over the Phillies and Rob Thompson. He got 3 weeks and he was out of here.
Yep.
But when you're coaching a team with 3 max contract players, 2 of them can't even get to 40 games in the season. You got a paper mache bench. You have power forwards on 2-way contracts. What do you expect them to do?
Right.
But, and again, the guy who constructs the roster is a big problem with that. Again, ownership is the bigger issue, but unfortunately, guys, you know the rule in sports, you can't fire the owner. Because if that was the case, the Cowboys may actually have a few Super Bowls by now since the 90s.
God, don't I know it? We lived that for decades.
Cleveland may still have Baker Mayfield if you can fire the owner.
Ah,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, there would have never been a Watson deal.
Oh, my God.
sorry, gentlemen. I'm just putting the finishing touches on. You know what it is.
Zolt, how are you feeling about your Pistons Cavs series right now?
Doing okay. Doing okay, actually.
I'm
I
confused.
Had a discussion at work this morning about just that situation. And as was pointed out to me, it's like what you saw last night is not going to happen again.
It better not, because it wasn't
third quarter.
supposed to. I'm sitting here going, Dave,
no fouls, no nothing.
They're letting me down, damn it. The Pistons are letting me down.
No,
Don't do this again.
This was called home field advantage, and y'all got it. And that's fine. That's fine. Well, I'm sorry. What were the free throw attempts? 34-12.
Yeah, it was supposed to be
literally
Detroit
had a
in
quarter
5.
with 0 fouls.
It was supposed to be Detroit in 5.
Well, first off, if you're betting on Detroit in anything, stop. Just stop yourself. Limit yourself to prop bets.
Wait, are you not a Cavs fan? What are you doing over there?
He don't know what the hell he is.
No.
You have a team by
No.
birthright and choice in basketball too? What the hell are you doing over there?
I'm sorry, but you see, the thing was the Cavs sucked so bad for so long. Once I moved to Detroit in 90, I was awoken by, the Pistons and Isaiah Thomas, Bill Laimbeer, Vinnie Johnson.
By the way, I'm glad you brought that up. Hold on. I got a bone to pick with you before we get to fill in the blank. Can you please show some damn respect to all-time great NBA players, by the way? What was with the Charles Barkley slander last night?
Barkley blows. Period.
Okay.
End of story.
That's fine.
Yeah.
George remembers the Pistons back when they were called the Wagon Wheels.
George was there when they invented the wagon wheel.
Oh, see, you were just waiting for me to get here. I understand.
Yeah, like I said, I'm surprised that Sam even knows some of the Pistons I was naming off, since he wasn't even a thought in the wind yet. And I even told Bryce, I said, that's when real basketball was being played. And Bryce,
agreed.
You'll have to forgive the ignorance of the youth. He said, "Oh, that was garbage."
Well,
I'm sorry, excuse me, but no, the teams today could not survive in the 90s.
Yeah, okay. Here's the thing, though. The going to work Pistons are looked upon by the league as this is not how you do it. We don't want
I'd rather watch the Pistons back then beat the crap out of a team and get the entire team ejected than watch teams today throw up 83s in a game.
I absolutely agree.
Yeah, that would not have happened against that squad. They would have said, "Oh, watch this." I mean,
as a fan,
there was the malice at the palace for a reason.
Rick Mahorn going out there with a baseball bat.
Right.
If you think Joel Embiid hits the floor a lot now, what do you think the Pistons would have done to him?
Oh, LeBron flopper. Oh, LeBron would have not made it 5 years. He would have been so banged up and bruised. LeBron wouldn't have made it 5 years if he had ended up playing in the early 90s. There's no way.
I'm still not over the Charles Barkley thing. What was with that? What is wrong with you? What is with you?
His commentating sucks as bad as his play was. It sucked.
is play. George is one of the best power forwards that ever played the freaking game of basketball.
Again, I will state my case. In Space Jam, was he part of the stolen talent? No, because Charles Barkley had no talent.
Charles Barkley had no talent.
Nope, he sucks.
Charles Barkley has no freaking talent.
I was not expecting that argument to make it. That was not on my bingo card today. The Space Jam argument.
I know. I was saving it for tonight.
Yeah. You don't want me to start that argument because I'll end it with one letter that may get me kicked off the show.
There's only one good part of Space Jam, but we won't talk about that.
Yeah, the ending.
Not what I was going for, but okay.
That's why I'm keeping my mouth shut.
Gentlemen,
it is bad.
I now that I have arrived, I'm not intentionally stealing the show. I'm not terribly sure. I was occupied. I'm not terribly sure if there is a present topic going on.
No, we were killing it at the WWE, killing TKO killing WWE.
I do wish to address the fill in the blank from last week, as it was so well received. Whether it was the thought that went into it, or perhaps the right strains were smoked at the time, I don't know, but it went so well that despite having multiple other options this week,
you did not.
We are going back to the well.
Oh, dear Lord.
We're into wide receivers now.
Oh, wow.
Now,
I'm going to get a drink before we start this.
I've only had roughly about 10 seconds to peruse this. Oh, I don't know if it will live up to the hype that last week's created. I can only hope, though, as I'm vamping to fill time while people are getting liquored up. Because frankly, that's the appropriate. Yes, that's
two
the
bottles
appropriate way
tonight.
to handle.
We'll double up.
For clarity's sake, this is very much a subjective, opinionated list, not created by me. Heaven forbid. No, this is created by on Instagram, the Wenzel Perspective, who's a NFL blogger. Does various things, and frankly, as far as fill in the blanks go, I actually have gotten quite a few from him. So mostly statistically based. This is obviously not statistics. This is something else.
Sam, we're doubling down tonight, buddy.
Now look, let's start at the top. How hard could this be?
Well,
One Jamar Chase. Okay. Might as well put his former LSU teammate right under him. Actually, no, you cannot. Wait, is this the same guy?
Yep.
Of course, it's the same guy.
Same butthead. Yep.
Oh, then no, Justin Jefferson's definitely not number 2. That's too easy.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, moving on.
Please tell me JSN is 3.
Close. He's close.
Okay.
I'm assuming that's Puka.
AJ Brown. Yeah, let's get that AJ Brown.
Puka's 3. Yeah, where's AJ Brown? Oh, so he is a top 10 wide receiver. Hey, where's
another
Debo
loser thinks he's a top 10.
Okay, where's Debo at?
Debo.
Who?
Holy shit.
I don't think he's on the list.
There ain't no Debo on this list.
No, there ain't no.
Exactly. Case closed. Rest my case. Good night.
There aren't any 49ers receivers on this list.
Sir, I beg to differ.
Mike Evans.
Ricky Pearsall's on this list.
You're what? What are you
Oh,
doing
that's
up
right.
there?
That's
What
right.
what are you
That's
doing
right
up
there.
there? Put the drink down.
Oh, damn. Look. Hey, look. Ricky's there. I'll be damned. I got 2 guys on the list. Holy crap.
Okay, this list. All right. I'm very scared.
Cheers.
Where's Devontae Smith? Okay. I can live with that for
Not
right now.
bad.
And I have a hunch that if this list is done a year from now, he will be much higher up. But that's just
Oh yeah.
Well,
Let's
yeah.
see what happens when AJ's no longer there.
that's why it's a hunch and not a.
Where's Cooper Cup in this? On the other side?
I don't know if he's even on this.
Cooper
Right
Cup
now?
is not on the list.
I didn't think so.
2 years ago,
Maybe.
Probably.
3 years ago, he'd be on the left.
It's probably top 5.
Malik Neighbors?
Malik Neighbors.
Top 12. Okay.
That's not bad.
No,
Amon-Ra? There we go.
let's just get his official title out of the way. Come on.
Yeah.
CD Lamb.
Yeah.
See,
I'm knocking out
this
the
is
top
easy.
7.
Now I'm knocking them off in order.
I don't hate that order either, by the way.
no, a little subjective here and there, but it's fine. There's no major issues there.
All right. I'm going to stay in Dallas. Where's Mr. Pickens at? I don't hate that either.
I hate
Be
to
surprised
make
what
it
happens.
to the other side, but DK Metcalf.
DK. There he is.
I'm going to say DK would have a down year, but oh my God. All right. Devontae Adams. Okay. All right. So number 8.
To quote the great hero of our time, Han Solo, this is where the fun begins.
All right, let me ask you. Does number 8 have a teammate on the board already?
No.
And he's probably
Okay.
a rookie that was drafted.
He's not a rookie.
Oh, okay.
I must say there ain't no rookies on here. Come on now.
Jerry Judy?
What?
Hang on. Sam in Cleveland. Judy is what passes for a good wide receiver.
Right.
No,
Whoa.
he's not on the list.
Wow, not on the list.
I'm sorry.
Triple checking just to make sure.
Wow, no Cleveland Browns on the list. Whoops.
I'm not trying to be disrespectful. But you're telling me that Ricky Pearsall over Jerry Judy's a thing? Come on now.
I'm telling you, Ricky Pearsall is an actual wide receiver in the league who can actually do things when he's not being shot.
Right.
Well, there goes our Facebook
That's
show.
the truth. That's not fiction.
Nah, he's not wrong. All right, number 8. I'm trying to where. All right, AFC or NFC for number 8.
Neither.
What?
Oh, don't tell me it's Tyreek Hill. Oh dear God.
Oh, we have to play the free agents game.
Well, like you said, you asked if he had a teammate on the board. No, he does
Nope.
not.
Nope, he doesn't. Okay. All right. Okay. Be forewarned. Free agents are on the list.
All right,
what
George,
about,
help me round out.
what about,
George, help me round out
Garrett
the top
Wilson.
10.
Garrett Wilson.
Garrett Wilson. Yeah, he's here. Let me just find him.
Get the hell out of here. There's no way.
Huh. Okay. Interesting.
I'm officially lost because there's no way there's 21 wide receivers in this league better than Garrett Wilson.
Wow. That threw me off.
He did say this is where the fun begins.
Yeah, no kidding. Okay, Nico Collins.
Nico. I think that's actually a good spot for Nico.
All right,
there.
we weren't too
I
far
actually like
off.
that.
Okay. We're too far
I don't
off.
hate that spot.
I was gonna say healthy Nico Collins. That's where he
Yes.
belongs.
Yeah.
All right. AFC or NFC for number 9?
NFC.
Who's the rookie kid from the Carolina Panthers?
Ted?
Chet is no longer a rookie. But we will go ahead and
All right, that's a little steep, but I get it. 1 year. I'm cool. We're cool. All right, NFC. Who am I missing in the NFC? AJ, CD, Sun God, JSN, Puka, Justin Jefferson. Who am I missing?
Who's the other Tampa Bay? Godwin?
Godwin's not on the list.
Okay.
I will say this: he is the only wide receiver from his team on this list.
Ooh. Okay.
Is it Terry McLaurin?
It's not Terrible Terry.
That's a good spot for him, though. All right, so it's not Terry McLaurin. So it's the NFC East is out then because I already got both Philly and both Dallas, and I don't think the Giants have it. Do the Giants have another one on this list?
No.
Excuse me.
No. No, they do not.
Carolina, Tampa Bay, Atlanta.
Drake London?
Drake London?
Okay.
What? What in the hell? Oh my God.
That is that 8-9 combo that you're just not expecting.
Sam, we need to go find this guy and
smash a bottle over his head.
To this point,
he needs some psychological help.
You guys have half the list complete, and you only have major issues with 2 out of 20.
Oh, we've got
10%. That's,
The night is still young.
All right, so where the hell did he put Stephon Diggs?
Oh dear. You know, I was going to say the night is still young and George is not.
Stephon Diggs, technically the teammate of Tyreek Hill, as they both are on team free agent.
They're on other teams too, but we can't say those on the air.
Right.
Oh, that would be Suds. Oh, I don't know. Are they Suds is all? Yeah, they are Suds is all criminal team, aren't they? They would qualify now.
Not sure if they're fast enough. Not sure if they're speedy enough to dig their way out of that.
Okay, so we've eliminated all the free agents from the list. There are no more free agents on the list.
Where does Jordan Addison land on this list?
Jordan Addison. Okay, so we've reached the point out of both of these lists that we've done from this so far. This is the first time I'm offended by a guy not being on here.
Well, I knew this would be coming.
T. Higgins.
Okay. Yep.
Really?
Of course. Sorry. There's no way that T. Higgins is better than Garrett Wilson. Like, come on. What are we doing? All right.
Zay Flowers.
Good
Sure.
pull, George.
Now who's going right down the list?
Um,
I'm willing to bet you won't get 20 on this next one.
Emeka Ibuka. What are we doing? Wait, by the way, you said 2 of these lists so far. Are you telling me you're going to make me do more of this?
No. Oh, we'll see if they show up. So far,
dear
this is
God,
only 2. I have a hunch he's doing one of these a week, which will coincide nicely with what we're achieving here.
What, to drive me insane?
I was going to say, to turn us and drive us to drink.
Oh, I can't wait to see the quarter. I can't wait to see
Oh, the quarterback. Oh, we're gonna.
That is
We're gonna.
to be.
We're gonna turn around and hook his nuts up in a car battery.
First off, if they do top 40 quarterbacks,
First team to get their third string on their wins.
right.
Oh my God! Wait a minute, Cleveland's got plenty.
Browns may have 5 on there.
No, George. No, it's top 40. We won't have to worry about any of them.
No, they will be the final 5.
Be the final.
They'd be 35 through 40. Who are you kidding?
No, number 40 will just be all Cleveland quarterbacks. That'll be the answer.
For the love of God, I might have to type Andy Dalton's name.
Don't remind me about that, please. I still have Tanner McKee on my team, thank God.
Okay, for the moment, just because we're going to skip 20, I want to go straight to 21. Only wide receiver on his team on this list.
DJ Moore. Wow. Okay.
NFC, by the way.
Are we?
Who have you missed?
Packers, but I feel like there could be a couple. Is it Reed from the Packers?
Or is it Wilson from the Packers?
You mean Watson?
That's the guy.
Or Watson. Yeah.
Christian Watson. There you go. Is Reed not on this list?
He is not.
Oh, good Lord. Is Romeo Dobbs on this list?
For the love of all that is holy, yes.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Okay.
Although, to be fair, if he wasn't, there wouldn't be a Patriot on this list.
What do you mean? Number 7 is?
Yeah, he doesn't count. He's an Eagle.
June 2nd, he will.
He's an Eagle. He's an Eagle. Officially, he's an Eagle.
For now.
For now.
All right. 21 is the only one on his team. NFC. Chris Olave. Okay.
Did he put Philly's new guy, that lemon guy, on there?
No, he's
There's
not.
no rookies are on
No
here.
rookies?
I don't see any on here.
Okay.
All right, let's go back to 20. I want to get 20 because now
Okay, all right.
20
Oh, wait a
driving me
minute.
nuts.
Oh, wait a minute. Waddle. let's not forget about the Miami guys.
He's technically a Denver guy.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, so where's Mims at?
Oh, Mims is not on this list.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Oh. Oh. Ouch. Oh.
So are we okay with Jalen Waddle being above Chris Olave
No.
and Garrett Wilson and
No.
No.
hell, Tet McMillan
No.
for that matter?
Well, Tet's only been in
Oh.
the league 1 year. I kind of understand that.
Yeah. Jeez.
I'm not okay with a few guys being over Garrett Wilson.
Right.
Drake London should not be at 9.
We need to move past
London at
that.
9 is a
That is a
We need to move past
that is like Kevin taking 4 quarterbacks with his first 4 picks in the fantasy draft.
I get where you're coming from. I'm more offended with Tyreek Hill at 8 than I am at Drake London at 9. The dude doesn't even have a team.
Yeah.
That is true. All right. Let's keep
Pierce.
Alec Pierce.
Wow. Okay.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
Not on the list.
You have got to be mother effing kidding me.
He's not on the list.
What are we doing?
Wow.
Not on the list.
I don't care.
Someone else from the team is.
What?
Who the hell is a wide receiver 2 anyway?
What?
Who the heck is their wide receiver 2?
Hang on. So Arizona's number 1 receiver isn't on the list, but the number 2 receiver is. That's it. Sam, get the car battery. I'll get the cables.
Gotcha. Who Arizona's wide receiver 2 is?
I don't even know who the hell it is.
Oh, wait, is it Wilson? Is it something Wilson? Michael Wilson.
Get the
Brief fantasy team last year. He actually came in and did a pretty darn good job when Harrison was out.
No. Don't do that. Don't do that. Hold on.
No.
I'm coming in hot for a second. Give me a second here. Hold on. All right, Marvin Harrison Jr. All right.
I'm going to throw up.
Actually, Mike, he actually did have a really good year last year, George. We may need to shut our mouths. All right. Trying to think of teams I haven't brought up yet.
I was going to say that would apply to number 24.
Okay, so there's a team we have. Roma Dunze?
Is not Roma Dunze. Let me throw Rome in here, though.
Oh, what the?
Wow. Wow. Oh, my.
For the record.
Yeah, if he comes out with hold on. If he comes out with a quarterback one, you guys are doing that by yourselves. I'm not even going to be on that. So I'm not being on that shit.
Let me just point out, Rome Odunze at 39 is not the highest wide receiver on Chicago.
Luther Burden is higher than him. Okay. I'm trying to think. Who have we not said?
Brian Thomas Jr. Get Jacksonville on the board.
Is that the only Jaguar?
Who's the kid from Lad from the Chargers?
There you
McConkey.
go.
McConkey.
What?
And to answer your question, Sam, the answer is no. That is not the only Jaguar on this list.
Jacoby Myers.
Jacoby Myers is not on this list.
Is it Parker Washington? Which truly Penn State can't develop NFL players.
Get the fuck out of here.
And we beat out Virginia Tech today for a 4-star running back. Bite me, you bald bastard. Now, I'm not talking about you, Zol.
It's fine.
1, 2,
Good.
3, 4 left. 4 scrubs
Four left. So numbers 24 and 30 are respectively each the only wide receiver on their team on this list. You have 2 teams that not represented yet at all.
Okay.
The Raiders we have not called out yet.
The Raiders are not on this list.
I'm about to say, George, come on now. We know damn well they don't have any wide receivers.
I'm just talking out loud of who we hadn't covered yet.
Just
Kansas
realize
City,
their best wide
Worthy
receiver is not.
Worthy or Rice.
Sir, Brock Bowers does not count.
Worthy or Rice.
Okay.
And Worthy.
No, Worthy's not on this list.
Worthy is not should not be on this list.
Well, for the love of God, I didn't think freaking Michael Wilson was either.
Is Jameson Williams on this list? There we go.
I like when I don't even have to move the box. Okay, 30
Are we-
and 37.
30 the team has not been
How about
mentioned.
this? They're both AFC teams.
Okay.
Well, we've been through the AFC North, AFC South. We hit
Hold
the
on.
Texans, the Colts, the Jags. Who's the
It's
Titans?
Michael Pitt.
I said Pittman.
Oh, yeah, okay. Wandale Robinson?
You're welcome.
Okay. The quote unquote number 2 guy on this squad, apparently.
Oh, God. Don't tell me Calvin Ridley's on this. Is in here.
No, it's not Calvin Ridley.
Thank God. Okay.
Number 2 AFC.
Portland Sutton?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Biography, too.
I know I couldn't remember the other Bronco receiver for a minute. Damn it. We're gonna have to kill the guy even if it doesn't work. We will have to castrate him.
To be fair,
No,
not as explosive as the running back one was, I feel. However, there were obviously a few differences of opinion.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you could just take Tyreek, switch
And
him with
Drake.
Nico. Hold on. Switch him with Nico. Because I think Nico's better than Drake London and George Pickens. And honestly, if you could take Drake London and switch him with
Garrett Wilson.
London's not bad enough to be 22 either. First of all, to take the free agents. That's ridiculous. I like how it's.
Okay, hang on. Let me do this. I agree with your Tyreek switch. How about you switch London to start with? You switch London with Neighbors.
I don't hate it. And can we technically say there's only 38 out of 40 because this is supposed to be in the NFL and 2 of them are currently not in the NFL?
I'm 100% okay with that.
Yep.
And frankly, I'd be okay with swapping Devontae Smith, and I don't want to say swap. I would say take Devontae and move him up to 14 and just have McLaurin, Evans, and Higgins bump down 1 each. That's kind of nitpicky, but and figure out a way to slot Wilson in there too.
Yeah.
He should not be on the right-hand column.
No, he should not.
There's no way that Zay Flowers and Jalen Waddle are better wide receivers than Garrett
No.
Wilson.
I'll be perfectly frank. I think Cortland Sutton is a better wide receiver than Jalen Waddle.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Cortland Sutton, he got the shaft.
Yeah, well, just think of
And
something
he
now. I know.
performed at the time that he was getting the shaft.
Well, now just think. Now the teams are going to have to account for Jalen Waddle. He's going to have a lot more one-on-one matchups. That will be very interesting to see how that all works out.
Assuming Waddle stays healthy, which
That is also true.
Yeah.
he has not been able to do yet.
Well, hey, if he thought bitching about cold weather while playing in Miami was fun, have fun in Denver.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, I don't hate this list. There's tweaks you have to make to it, but there ain't nothing near what that running back list was.
Oh, the running back list was bad.
The quarterback one scares me. Like that, we could make a horror film off of that.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's hear this. Give me like 3 minutes here, and I can give us another one. And it won't be that. It'll be something else.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was saying, I can't do two of those lists in one night. You're supposed to see this chair fly backwards.
Better or worse, I can't say. However, it'll be something slightly different.
Slightly different, he said.
Yes.
Not very, slightly.
I don't want to oversell it.
Now this is a TKO WWE event where the main event's going to be a fatal four-way for the WWE World Title. It's going to be Logan Paul versus ISHO Speed versus Jank Rondo, the other Twitch streamer, versus Jelly Roll. Wrestling is not required. Selfies are. The first of 5 selfies on their phone wins. That's the new WWE for you.
All right. I actually think I'm just about there. Make sure I don't lose my page there. Okay. Coming to you from the same guy.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Once again, opinion based. However, slightly different. Best wide receiver trios. This will not include tight ends. So this is top 3 wide receiving core.
All time, of course, right?
This is current roster.
This is current roster?
Current roster. Which teams have the best wide receiver trios?
Minnesota.
Minnesota got number 2.
Okay.
Dallas.
Trio of Jefferson, Addison, and Juwan Jennings.
Wait a minute. So the guy has the Vikings as his number 2 trio, but yet 2 of the 3 didn't make the top 40.
I was just going to say, we barely had the freaking... All right. That's
George,
it.
we don't need a... George. Car battery? No. Boat battery. We need a bigger battery.
Oh, okay.
I know I got
I was going to say, that's smaller. We're going to have to move up to dump truck battery.
Actually, no. Bus battery.
Dump
They're
trucks
freaking huge.
bigger. No.
Are they?
Dump truck. Yeah.
I'll have to... So, I don't know. I used to be in the profession. I have to remember. Is Cincinnati on the list? Get out of here.
Okay, so Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. Any guesses on who the third one is?
Can I just look at their roster?
Andre, is it Iosivas?
Did you just call me a Sivas?
Iosivas. Iosivas.
Good luck with that.
Yes, indeed. I think Chase and Higgins are kind of carrying that trio.
You think?
Yeah.
I mean, I know AJ's getting traded, but is Philly on the list? That's how stupid this guy is. Even I wouldn't put.
It is AJ, Devontae, and Makai Lemon, which is a damn good trio. It's a damn good trio.
Yeah, problem is it's never going to see the field.
Right.
Are the Lions on here?
Sam.
So with that,
you got your St. Brown, you got your Jameson Williams, you got your Isaac Tesla.
Sam, that's the dump truck I'm talking about. The battery for that motherfucker.
Oh yeah, that will work.
Yeah. That's where we're at.
Let's get two.
That's where we're at. Yeah, that's where we're at.
But
yeah,
we haven't even gotten to the bottom of this list yet.
Oh, that's where we're at.
Come on, guys.
That's totally where we're at.
Everything's going to be fine.
The Rams. Oh, I said, yeah, I did say the Cowboys.
Okay, Cowboys, CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, and Ryan Flournoy. Rams with Puka, Devontae Adams, and Jordan Whittington.
Who?
Pretty sure that's a lacrosse guy, but I'm not sure.
Oh my God.
All right, here we go. 7, 8, 9, and 10, boys. 2 from each conference.
Packers.
Packers are not on the list.
Reed, Watson, and Matthew Golden. Are you freaking joking?
Packers are not on the list.
That's a joke. They actually have 3 capable.
What'd you say, George?
So is this list.
No.
Yeah. Chicago.
Luther Burden, Rome Odunze, and Khalif Raymond.
Okay.
I feel you should get 7. 8 and 9 are wow. I feel you should get 7.
The Texans?
Texans are not on the list.
Okay, just because you said wow.
I was going to say, yeah. If Tank Dell was back,
yeah,
is he not supposed to be?
No, if he was.
If he was, he is not back yet.
No, he is due back here shortly.
Please don't tell me Denver's on this list.
Denver's not on the list. Don't worry.
Good.
Denver's not on the list.
Wait a minute. Did he put the 49ers on this list?
Hell no.
Okay. Just checking.
He had 2 of them on the top 40. I understand. No, he did not.
Okay.
Well, I mean, the number 2 team only had 1 of their 3 in the top 40, so you never know.
Yeah. So does 7.
The Jets?
No.
We got off the deep end.
No. However, the number 1 for 7 carries the trio.
Seattle. You got to be freaking joking. Come on.
So JSN, Bobo, and
it's JSN, Cooper Kupp, and Rashid Shaheed.
Okay. Huh.
Yikes.
Okay. 8 and 9, both AFC.
Okay. Both AFC, you said, right?
Yes.
No, I was not looking up it. I was not looking at teams. Is Jacksonville on this list?
Here's the fun part about Jacksonville. Your trio is Brian Thomas, Jacoby Myers and Parker Washington, with the 1 and 3 making the top 40 list, but the 2 did not.
As long as it didn't have Travis Hunter in it, I don't care.
It did not.
Good. I'm okay with that. I actually that trio has high upside going into next year.
It does. It actually does. It's not a
They got
horrible
Jacoby
trio,
for a
but
full year.
Is the Patriots number 8?
no.
They don't even have 2.
To be fair, this team only had 1.
Oh, Jesus
What?
Christ. What are we doing? Don't tell me it's Kansas City.
No, it's not Kansas City.
It better freaking not be.
Well, it can't be Miami.
It is not
They
Miami.
don't have 1.
I was going to say,
Right.
I don't even know a wide receiver on that team.
Buffalo?
It is not the Bills.
Good.
Good Lord.
The
Chargers?
Colts?
No, it's not the Chargers. I could see it, but no, it's not the Chargers.
Okay.
The Colts?
It's not the Colts.
Last year, maybe. The Steelers?
No. Really?
Who's the 3?
TK Metcalf, Michael Pittman Jr., Jeremy Bernard.
Who?
Jeremy Bernard.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Go to the second round out of Alabama.
See, I'm glad we could all get together and appreciate this list better than the first one.
That takes care of the 4 minutes. Say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night.
Good night. That's it. Say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night.
Good night.
So I said, well, flip a coin. And if it comes out heads, have your hair dyed.
And if it comes out tails, say goodnight, Gracie.